When you get down to it, trash like Death Stranding Director's Cut is what is fundamentally, without a doubt, ruining the gaming industry, and I'm not going to tolerate it, nor should you. Let me explain to you, you peasant-ass, weak-minded motherfuckers who are actually considering buying this piece of regurgitated garbage so that those fucking fat-ass greedy CEOs and corporate cocksuckers over there at Sony can sit back on their lazy rich asses and watch as another zero adds itself to the end of their bank account. Why that is the stupidest move you will make in your life. And without a doubt, you've made a lot of stupid moves. Now, first and foremost, folks, this game's old news. This game came out 2 fucking years ago. This game is not worth playing. The game was completely obliterated when it first came out, both critically, commercially, and also by the user base. Now, there are a few Death Stranding loyalists and apologists who claim, you just didn't understand the game, man. You just wanted that instant gratification, man. Well, to that I say this. If you need to convince me to play your picture-perfect Sony-esque walking simulator title where taking a piss is an actual mechanic, if you want to try to sell me that, you're the problem and your life is a complete failure. Nobody wanted to play Death Stranding. The fact that they cast Norman Reedus just tells me that that motherfucker was hurting from a payday and he knew The Walking Dead was going to be ending soon. The facts are simple here, folks. Death Stranding was not a good game. It was a joke of a game. To call that fucking game a quote-unquote game is an insult to all the shitty games that are still actually games. All right? I made trash on Madden, on FIFA, on the MLB games, on Halo, on Call of Duty, but fundamentally, these are still interactive experiences that you get to partake in. They are video games. Death Stranding is up there with shit like Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human. These fake-ass gamers out here trying to say that these games are among the best ever released and the amount of choice is staggering. Man, the only thing staggering about those games is how abysmal they actually are. You may as well be watching a movie on Netflix. Occasionally bring up the remote. Do you want to do A or B? You click it. The choice doesn't even matter in the end. That's more in line with what the fuck Death Stranding is, but it doesn't matter, folks. Death Stranding is a complete joke. The voice acting's a joke. The quote-unquote gameplay's a joke. And now Sony has decided, seeing that game fail, again, critically, commercially, and with the fans, just once isn't enough. We need to do it again. Because they did the same shit with Ghost of Tsushima. They released that pile of trash in the form of a director's cut, trying to entice you to buy it again. Fucking clowns, every single one of you who are thinking about buying that game, and even bigger clowns, those of you thinking of buying this game again. What does this game bring to the table? Actual new mechanics that should have been in the base game? Shit that should have been DLC at worst case scenario for the fucking original? No, this is Sony's new thing. Anytime a game doesn't perform up to snuff, or even when it does, they're going to pretty up the graphics a little bit and throw out a quote-unquote director's cut. Yes, the definitive edition of this video game that we already charged you top dollar for, and we're not going to give you any semblance of a real discount. Those early adopters, fuck them in the ass. You know how we said we were going to do $70 games? Turns out it's $90. You want that Ghost of Tsushima upgrade. And I'm expecting the same shit with Death Stranding. They're hiding behind a facade, folks. Don't take anything they say without a very massive, large grain of salt. They can parade around the facts, but Sony is known to lie. Remember when they believed in generations? Funny how that shit went right out the fucking window after the new generation began. Death Stranding Director's Cut is for the lowest IQ forms on this planet. I would expect a fucking gnat to have more intelligence than to know to buy this piece of dilapidated dog shit. But some of you are going to pony up the dough. And what's worse is some of you are going to pony it up again. Complete clowns buying games you already owned once, again, for the barest of the bare minimum content. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You need to get your head checked. You need to be examined by a licensed therapist and probably looked over by a medical doctor, ultimately imprisoned so that you can't make these poor financial decisions. Those of you in the Dead Metal Militia know we don't tolerate shit. I can tell you, without a fucking doubt, irrefutably, Death Stranding Director's Cut is the biggest middle finger to the PlayStation fan base that we've seen thus far. Because unlike Ghost of Tsushima, it's not even a fucking game. It's a goddamn walking simulator. Now, you don't see Gone Home or What Remains of Edith Finch releasing fucking director's cuts. And do you know why that is, folks? I'll give you a minute. It's because the developers and the publishers respect you more than Sony. Let that sink in, folks. And meanwhile, the clowns who are going to be buying this shit, I'm just going to be sitting back laughing at my fucking Twitter feed and laughing my ass off at the subreddit at these clowns who bitch about it, yet they still buy it.